What's up everyone, and welcome back to another What If video. Last time, we covered the events of the Tournament of Destroyers, where the team of Goku, Vegeta, Bardock, Raditz, and Gohan faced off against the Warriors of Universe 6. It was pretty close once Hit came around, but in the end, Universe 7 came out victorious, with Raditz being the one to quote-unquote defeat Hit. However, this tournament had an unexpected spectator from Universe 7 by the name of Zamasu, who's been paying very close attention. Mortals are making a mockery of godly powers, and he doesn't want to sit back and let it happen. We left off the last part with the introduction of Goku Black, and soon we'll learn more about him. Let's get into it. Things are going fairly normal after the tournament. Everyone is back to their daily lives, and things continue pretty normally. However, at Capsule Corp, a visitor arrives from the future. It's Trunks again, who seems to be in very bad shape right now. Goku and Vegeta arrive at Capsule Corp, with Bardock and Raditz tagging along since they don't really have much else going on. Trunks eventually wakes up and regains consciousness, and immediately he freaks out. You saw how he reacted to seeing Goku, but now he sees Goku and Bardock, who looks exactly like Goku. Seeing two Gokus makes him instantly more hostile, and he jumps to the conclusion that one of these is the true Goku Black, with the other being Goku. And this quick conclusion that he jumped to is his explanation for why Goku Black exists in the first place. They're able to get Trunks to calm down, with everyone taken aback by Trunks attacking them. After some explanation, things settle down, and Trunks realizes he was wrong. Trunks explains what happened in his timeline, and Goku explains who this other guy is and how he got here, as well as the other Saiyan with long hair, being his brother. Trunks then begins to differentiate this Bardock guy from Goku Black, and especially after Goku explains how Bardock's been dead for a while until Goku brought him back. Okay, well at least Trunks can deduce this guy might not be Goku Black. Plus, he has a scar so he doesn't even look exactly like him. It turns out this is just Goku's father. Kinda weird still, but I mean, he's not gonna question it. Weirder things have happened. However, not long after, the true Goku Black actually shows up by using a rift in time created by his time ring. This ends up causing Goku to fight him, with Beerus and Whis picking up on his time ring and Potara earring. They take note of this. It's pretty important and it's kinda strange why he has these. Goku fights Goku Black this time like normal, but here's another moment where Goku's altered mentality comes in. Normally, Goku wouldn't be someone to kill an opponent unless it's absolutely necessary, as we saw with Frieza and Buu. Here though, well, he deems it as necessary that they should kill this guy while they have the chance, with his Kakarot side from earlier in the scenario peeking out a bit and causing him to act differently in this fight. After Super Saiyan 3 isn't doing much to Goku Black, Goku jumps straight to Blue, which causes Goku Black to actually be kinda nervous. Goku knows this guy is bad and destroyed Trunks' timeline, plus he could tell by this guy's ki that it's not actually Goku, it's an imposter, so Goku feels completely justified in going in for the kill. Before Goku Black can escape, he's met with a Kamehameha that disintegrates him before he could even react. Trunks is pretty elated to see how Goku did this, because as far as he knows, Goku Black was the only threat in his timeline. That was really easy, a lot easier than he expected. Trunks thanks Goku, and now, as soon as the time machine is refueled, he can head back to his timeline. Not so fast. Beerus and Whis actually suggest that he doesn't head back right away. After seeing his time ring, they want to find out where Goku Black came from, and they have a potential lead. Until then, they advise that Trunks doesn't head back because there may be more to the story. Trunks agrees, having not even considered this outcome. In the meantime, things go fairly normal. Beerus, Whis, and Goku meet Zamasu, Vegeta trains with Trunks, Trunks meets with Gohan again, Zeno and Goku meet again, all that stuff. Having figured out a potential lead, Trunks ends up returning to his timeline with Goku and Vegeta. There's no Goku Black there, which is a good sign. Goku actually did end up finishing him off. However, they meet a new foe, Zamasu. Zamasu shows up, and the group realizes that Beerus and Whis were right to suggest that he might be behind this scheme. They fight Zamasu into 3v1, and they're pretty strong in comparison and they think they have it in the bag, but they soon find out that Zamasu is immortal. Zamasu also finds out that Goku Black is dead, which angers him greatly. The anger is partially directed at Goku Black for his failure to succeed, but mostly towards the group for killing him. No matter though, if Goku Black couldn't survive, he must have not been a good asset anyways, and it's good that he's not around anymore. If he's that weak, Zamasu couldn't really rely on him too much. Zamasu can accomplish this alone with his immortality, and now he's enraged, and he begins a more brutal assault, with the group barely able to escape, this time with Mai coming along. As they escape, they hear Zamasu laugh, threatening to find them and follow them, saying that there's no escape. This worries the group, as it means Zamasu's probably going to end up tracking them down. They arrive in the present, but now they're very worried that Zamasu's going to end up following them back soon. As they return, Beerus, Whis, and Shin meet up with the group, and they inform the godly figures what they found and how they know that Zamasu is actually behind it now. The hunch Beerus and Whis had was right. They mention how Zamasu is immortal and might follow them here to this timeline, but it should be fine because Beerus can just erase him, right? Well, no. Beerus says that he can't do that due to Zamasu being immortal, because as he stated before, his Hakai can't kill immortal people. If he does show up, they'll have to think of something else to solve it, but maybe they'll find some sort of solution. Beerus makes a passing mention of Zeno, and this actually makes Goku remember. He just got a button that could summon Zeno whenever he needs, and being fresh in his mind, Goku suggests maybe that he could ask Zeno, which freaks Beerus and Shin out. But Whis actually agrees and says that it might work since Goku and Zeno are friendly, so it won't anger him, as long as Goku plays with him afterwards or something. If they need to do that, Zeno could actually kill Zamasu. They decide to use it as a last resort, but then their fears are realized when Zamasu actually does appear through a portal in their time. Whis takes note of this, as they now have to inform Gowasu eventually, since they have solid proof that Zamasu is up to something, but they have to deal with him first. Interested in a potentially cool fight, Beerus goes in first to truly test if he's immortal, as well as knowing that Zamasu's a threat, so he begins to whoop him around easily. It's not really that hard to fight Zamasu, the gap in power is pretty big. He then pulls out a Hakai, and ends up erasing Zamasu temporarily, but Zamasu laughs as he regenerates from it, not being able to die. It appears he actually is immortal, so Beerus backs down, but he's not too fearful right now. They can hold him off. However, Zamasu sees something that catches his eye. Shin. He could kill Shin right now and get rid of Beerus in this timeline, and now Beerus is a little nervous, and gives Goku the okay to summon Zeno. Zamasu lunges towards Shin as Vegeta, Trunks, and Beerus attempt to hold him off, which isn't that hard, but they need to do it anyways. Goku pulls out the Zeno button and summons Zeno. He apologizes for summoning Zeno so soon, but he points over to Zamasu and tells Zeno who he is and what he's done, and what he's planning to do next. Zeno recognizes the Kai in training, and he's not happy with him at all. He confronts Zamasu, and then promptly erases him. Phew! Crisis averted. Well, that storyline went pretty quickly. Zeno heads back, and Goku promises he'll play with him soon for helping out, and the two shake hands as Zeno leaves happily, having seen his friend again. Trunks ends up heading home with Mai, thanking everyone for the help, and now they can finally return to their timeline, which is safe again. No Vegito, no Super Saiyan Rose, no Merge Zamasu, and thankfully, no Super Saiyan Rage. Also, this outcome is a lot better, because Trunks' timeline survives, and he prevents a lot of deaths in the process, although they still do need to rebuild now. But I mean, that's nothing new for Trunks, he's been through that before. But in the present timeline, an interesting turn of events happens. Whis and Beerus visit Gowasu, and tell him what happened, and Zamasu hears and is now a bit worried. He hasn't committed to it yet, but he admits that he has had thoughts like this and did plan to try this, but after seeing his future self defeated and hearing what happened, he realizes this might be a dumb idea and he wouldn't win. Gowasu steps in and he's very disappointed in Zamasu, but he wants to show forgiveness and use this as a learning experience. If Zamasu doesn't like mortals for being destructive, instead of killing them, why not be proactive? Help them reform and help out by improving the universe rather than destroying it, as a Kai should. Zamasu actually does consider this, and realizing that his plan would end up in failure, he apologizes and he says he's willing to learn to change. He's partially genuine with this, but of course he won't turn good so quickly. Another big reason that he says this is because he knows now that he's on Gowasu's watch list, as well as Zeno and probably Rumshi, his universe's god of destruction, as well as Beerus. So he kinda has to watch himself anyways, now that he has Zeno, two gods of destruction, and Gowasu breathing down his neck. But part of him is actually genuinely willing to try and change, so he's actually spared for now. He never tried to attack Gowasu, and now that he's been found out, he's basically gonna go through Kai rehab and reform himself. So here's another change. Zamasu survives in the present timeline, and he's nowhere near close to being good yet, but the fact that he could turn good now, having a path to redemption in the future, is a pretty huge thing to consider. We'll probably end up seeing him again during the Tournament of Power when the universes meet up. And it's a good thing that I bring that up, because that's where we're heading next. About a year or so afterwards, things are going pretty well. Since he's been around on Earth more, Beerus has actually picked up on Bardock and Raditz. Interesting, more Saiyans that could potentially be strong. They still have a long way to go though. They're not even anywhere close to being on the level of Goku or Vegeta, because they had such a late start. Right now, the best they have is Super Saiyan 2, and their training's been pretty effective and they're probably around Buu Saga level here, but it's not really that good in comparison to everyone else. Goku is actually able to convince Beerus to let them join in training, and that'll maybe speed up their growth. Sure, they might not become Super Saiyan gods right away, or even Super Saiyan Blue by extension, but they definitely will become stronger. So they've been training with Goku and Vegeta on Beerus' planet, and now they're trying to work towards attaining Super Saiyan God, but they haven't had much progress yet. However, something interesting happens. Having not seen Goku in a year, Zeno ends up seeking out Goku again, instead of the other way around, and he suggests the Tournament of Power. He's pretty bored right now because he's alone without having the extra Zeno, and he hasn't seen Goku in a while either, so that's why he initiates it this time. And with that happening, Universe 7 now must prepare a team for the Tournament of Power. Thus begins the process of recruiting everyone. So there's a few obvious choices here. Goku, Bardock, and Raditz are pretty much shoo-ins since they were there to witness this. And they next go to find Vegeta. And Vegeta doesn't want to join at first, but after Whis helps deliver Bulla, Vegeta ends up joining along. Piccolo and Gohan are next, with Gohan becoming the leader of Universe 7 pretty much like normal. However, Gohan's been kinda behind in his training. But I will say, Gohan in this scenario is actually stronger than the original story, but not by much. When Goku was absent for a few years when he was dead, Gohan had to actually take up the mantle and actually train with Vegeta and be strong in order to protect Earth, if anything ever did happen. We saw this too in Resurrection F in this scenario, back in Part 3. Gohan here still has access to Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, and doesn't need to try and attain that. But there's a big change here. Gohan doesn't have his ultimate form, so while he's stronger right now, after training, he's going to be weaker than he was when he got Ultimate back. He's still pretty far ahead though, but he's going to need to do some intense training with Piccolo. Goku even suggests that he go to Beerus' planet and train with them, but Gohan couldn't do that and just abandoned his responsibilities on Earth, unlike Bardock and Raditz. Plus, they don't even have enough time right now to do that. He just has to train with Piccolo and improve his power further. So that's 6 members right now. Krillin is also recruited, and as for the other members, 17 and 18 are recruited as well, with Tien joining as the last one. So instead of Frieza and Roshi, we end up having Bardock and Raditz. Roshi hasn't joined because, well, he still needs to overcome his obsession with woman. And he's not even sure if that'll work, so yeah, he sits this one out. But now, the team is created, and they end up heading towards the world of Void, preparing for the tournament to begin. Considering people are a bit weaker here, this is going to be a very interesting thing to watch play out. But we're going to leave off here for now. So how do you guys think the Tournament of Power will go? What do you think about what happened in this part, and what do you think will happen next? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. Let's see if this video can hit 1500 likes. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications about future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I make on my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.